Hello everybody, and yes, as promised and slightly delayed, welcome back to Chapter Master, where the Storm Knights are going to rise again. Hopefully, we'll see what the Emperor's Grace does to them. So, welcome back to the Storm Knights. Now, for those of you new or unaware, the Storm Knights are my own custom founding personal homebrew chapter. I actually invented them back in 2004. There was a white dwarf that had Create Your Own Space Marine chapter in it, and I created the Storm Knights. Man, that's such a long time ago now. But anyway, so I created the Storm Knights, and they've always been my personal custom chapter, and I did a playthrough with them in Chapter Master a while back. And unfortunately, a 12th Legion warband, well, I'd say like 10,000 12th Legion, warriors came and destroyed their homeworld. However, this is not their end. For two companies of Storm Knights, 6th and 8th Company, were off-world at the time, off-homeworld, purging some traitor cultists around the northern edge of the galaxy. So, it would appear, now that the Great Rift has opened and Lord Gilliman has returned, that the Storm Knights are about to be reinforced with new Primaris brothers. So, we shall begin. Strength 6, this is actually halved because of the sieged bonus, so I'll be getting about 650 Marines, but that's to represent the Primaris influx, and the sieged is to represent their siege status, as of their homeworld being destroyed. Cooperation, I had to make some sacrifices to get the purity up, so I kind of chose that. I'll earn it back as I go. Now, bolter drilling, that's to represent the new Primaris Marines and their enhanced bolt weaponry and fancy weaponry. Brothers all, that's to emphasize the remaining pure Marines are kind of a lot closer than they ever used to be because of with the influx of Primaris Marines. Scavengers, that's a... Unfortunately, the remaining two companies had to scavenge to survive, but thankfully they don't need to so much anymore, but it's a good tactic to have. Now, enemy fallen. Now, the Storm Knights actually hate having to hunt for the fallen, as I've explained in my own personal lore, but I've kept that in for a reason I will explain later. Flesh Blood, that's to represent the new blood going into the chapter. Never Forgive, again. Oh, the Fallen thing, that's to represent their hatred of the 12th Legion. The Never Forgive thing is to represent their hunt for the Fallen. So, off we go. Now, their battle barge is the Serenity's Wrath, as it always was. In my personal canon, the Serenity's Wrath was actually in dry dock at the time of the destruction of their homeworld, so it's been quickly, hastily repaired to lead the chapter once again. For the Lion and Vengeance, it used to be for the Lion and the Emperor, but now it's for Lion and Vengeance to represent their dead homeworld. Dark Grey and Yellow, their standard colour scheme. Dark Angels, second founding chapter, or fourth founding chapter, so Deathwing, Ravenling. But the Storm Knights also call themselves Knights and Squires rather than traditional Marines. Load to ship sans escorts. To represent the Primaris status and the Dark Angel successor status, there is absolutely no Gene Z mutations, which is good. And Hyperion, former captain of the 8th Company, the last, the highest ranking officer to survive the previous playthrough. He's a champion, power fists with integrated bolters, and he is very determined to rip the 12th Legion to death for the destruction of the homeworld. So we've got, just about 600 Marines. Alright. The Serenity's Wrath. Now, because of the splintered nature of the chapter, having to fight so many different battles after the destruction of their homeworld, the Storm Knights are pretty splintered as fleets go. So it's going to require some effort to reunite them into several smaller fleets with their new Primaris brothers and get them back in the action. Now, what have we got here? We're going to have... I thought that was Exterminatus by the Dark Angels. Anyway, we're going to have as many fleets reuniting again. The Saint's Pride. I love that for a fleet ship name. That's great. Yeah, we will send them up to join those brothers. Baleful artifact. That needs to go deal with orcs. Twin escorts. What's this? More escorts. Okay, we will unite the escorts together and go from there. Where? There's more escorts over there. I guess we'll send them to Macheria. Where is the battle barge? The Serenity's Wrath is at Hell's Iris, which, forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's the space station place of where the Red Corsairs are. Ah, there's the Serenity's Wrath. Alright. Now, Chapter Master Hyperion and his honor guard. Basically the last sort of veteran marines from the two companies that were remaining. Now we've got first company Ravenwing. Oh, we better bring the vehicles along for this party. Chuck them in the barge. You're aboard the Serenity's Wrath as well. Good. Alright. Now, I should explain. So, with the destruction of the... only a little bit of space left. We'll take Whirlwinds and Land Speeders, I think. So, with the destruction of the Homeworld, the remaining two companies, after purging the heretics, return back to their homeworld, Rush, to find it completely dead and destroyed. The entire planet was reaved of all life, their fortresses were looted of weapons, armor, and equipment, and many of their brother marines' bodies were just left to decay where they fell. So the two companies cleared out as many relics and scavenged anything that they could, and took off to their Forge World, well, the Forge World where they left the battle barge with, the Serenity's Wrath, to try and claim it so they could recolonize and try and, salvage something out of it. So they got the Serenity's Wrath out of dry dock after, not bullying, but strongly requesting to the Mechanicum that they make some repairs faster, and went back out to Crusade. At that point, however, was when there's their homeworld. It's completely dead. Actually, that's perfect. Their homeworld was Telenor. Oh, great, their homeworld's in the sector. Oh, awesome. And it's a dead world. That's fitting. A dead world and a desert world. That's great. So I like to think the Storm Knights still crusade around and protect their destroyed homeworld out of loyalty. Anyway, carrying on. So, yes, the Storm Knights started, basically the remaining two companies started, launching themselves into the attacks against traitors and whatever forces they could find. At which point, a few months into that, was when Rabute Gilliman, well, to be fair, a ship of Custodes showed up and told them, hey, guess what? You've got some new brothers to deal with. Alright, I should stop doing my own personal lore and actually play the game and then get back to the personal lore. Extreme? Yeah, that we ain't attacking anything there. Alright. Good. Ooh. Oh. Chapter settings. Raid. Dreadnoughts are in the front. Yes, that's fine like that. Deploy the tanks back. Let the rhinos be a kill screen, as I always like to do. Also, speaking of dreadnoughts, how many do I have? 2 venerable dreadnoughts, and that's it. Ooh, how many dreadnought chassis have I got? Around the vehicles. Dreadnoughts. None. I want to get some because dreadnoughts are incredibly powerful. 40 bikes though. That's alright. Armor. Got 10 suits of Terminator, 90 jump packs, which is nice. Oh yes, I don't want to do it on screen because it's just so while some people actually have requested I do a lot of my micromanagement on screen, it's just a little bit boring for me and you. So I'm going to buy my appropriate amount of weapons for each company, and maybe I will equip them as we go, rather than in a big lump. Oh, this is the costly part. We'll start with just 5 while we're thinking about it. Plasma guns are just not worth it. Right. Missile launchers. How many heavy bolters have we got? 45, great, that's good. Alright. Re-equip one of my marines with flamer. Re-equip another with a melter gun. Re-equip a third. By the way, it's completely random who I pick. It's just luck of the draw. Chainsword and combi flamer. Now, my other little tradition, I like to give a handful, maybe 4 or 5 of my marines. I like to give them heavy weapons in first company. H, heavy bolter. Otherwise, believe it or not, first company just ends up being only bolters. So it's better to give them a few heavy weapons. Oh, maybe you want to replace their bolters with chain swords. Good. Alright, that gives me some heavier firepower in first company. Good, 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 good. Oh yes. As I always do. Chain swords, I want them to have chain axes. Because it's only $4, but it's 20 more damage. I mean, you'd be mad not to. Oh yes, they still have another assault action left. What company am I even using? Nice. What company is it? Scourge of Barracuda. 4th company. I always have an affinity for 4th company. Alright, since we're using them, I will quickly do the re-equip. First tab. As I said, I think the finished version of this should be less clicks to action. There should be more hover menus, so, you know, hover over. I don't mind clicking each individual marine, but it should be re-equip. That should just immediately go down to that screen rather than clicking it, and you should be able to cycle through them rather than click, 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 click over and over again. Melter gun. Like a combi flamer. Good. Now you guys have got heavy weapons already, don't you? Yeah, you've got assault marines. Alright, and since I'm using you, I will give you the chain axes, because I've got 20 of them. Good. Because you're going to be fighting orcs for a little while. So you're going to need all the advantages you can get. All the vehicles being stuck at Hell's Iris. I'm going to have to go back and ferry them later on. Company chaplain Mads. Really? Mads? Oh well. 16. Oh yeah, because he's got a storm shield, he gets plus 8 armor class. Do I have any better armor? I have 1 suit of Mark 8. I don't get... Mark 8 has 22 armor class, right? And it costs 25. But for 5 more bucks, you get 22 armor class plus 5 melee plus 5 ranged. Why would you not? I know that cost a lot of money, but I'm not going to give it to you. But we may as well give the captain a decent suit of armor if he's going to be out doing this. And we will leave the rest for whatever captains we come across. Alright. Good, good. Oh dear. Come on, there we go. I need a new battery for my mouse. Been playing up all day. And the battery light's flicking. It's kind of funny also because it flicked while I was playing Battlefield. I wasn't recording, I was playing it for fun. And lined up a headshot, the mouse didn't work. And I just stood there while the guy turned around and shot me. Oh, it was annoying. I've always been meaning to go into the system files and rearranging these images so they fit the correct person, but I've just never got around to doing it. We shall praise the Ecclesiarchy, not because the Stormlights themselves believe in the Emperor's divinity, they don't. They're very old school. As I said, they're a 4 founding chapter, so they're pretty old. But it's more that they wish to maintain as many allies as they can in these dark times. At least recruitment. We are going to go for moderate recruitment, and everyone else shall be slow. Now, vast terror. All the tech marines are aboard the Serenity's Wrath, are they not? So there's kind of no reason for you to be about. Who needs another company more out? I think we'll head that way. Yeah, because that's its own frigate. No, I should have set it down. Ah, well, that's alright. Okay, the Tyranids are not the biggest threat, believe it or not. Tyranids we can fight, but Orcs are the greater threat. Now, those are Tyranids, that's not so bad. These are escort vessels. Okay. Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to get extreme orcs down with a single company. So we will move the Serenity's Wrath, the Stranger, and the 2 escorts can move and deal with these orcs at the south. Hold them in place till the remainder of the chapter can get into position. You've got 2 escorts there that can reunite with the fleet over there. Eternal Hornet. I think we will move that up north as well. Yes. 2 escorts. What's this ship's here? 2 escorts. Yep. Orc fleets are already spontaneously generating because the game is bollocks in terms of orc favorability. Ooh, that's a understrength company. What ship is that? The Baleful Artifact. Is it? 8th company. Ooh. Captain Hyperion, or Chapter Master Hyperion's former company. Alright, well, if we're going to be playing with this, we may as well give him Suit of Mark 4. We will give him his Flamer. Equip. Can't be Flamer. We need to give another their melter gun. Aim for melter. Good. Can we fork out for 10 chain axes for these guys? I think it's the least we can do. Ooh, Storm Knights are really hemorrhaging money. Alright, now we want 8th Company, Assault Marines. No, I can't give you Mark 8 armor, sorry, I can give you fancy new chain axes and that's about it. Chain axe. Good, chain axe and bolt pistols. Alright. Right, if we send these guys off to battle against Sparse, they shouldn't be too bad. They're under strength, and they might suffer a few casualties. Oh no. Okay, awesome. Nice. Also, a shooter boy is struck by a chainsaw. I wonder who was fighting that. That's the other problem. All of my blasted tech marines are dished out back on the Serenity's Wrath, I may as well dish them out to the companies that are currently aboard the Serenity's Wrath, so each of them can get one. But that's so annoying because I can't claim all these SDCs. I'm going to need an escort with a bunch of tech marines to run around and gather them all up for me. I like to think the in-law explanation for that, personally, is these are all the new Primaris tech marines that have just been assigned to the chapter, so they are not out with any of the outlying pioneer companies as of yet. That's my personal headcanon. Alright. Bravia is clear. 2 escorts to there. Storm Knights. Extreme. Head to Tarrant. Head up north as well, I think. Tyranid presence. See, extreme Tyranid presence is the only time you need to worry about Tyranids. Well, in terms of fighting them in open combat. Anything heavy or under, Tyranids are a cakewalk and you can deal with them with like a single 100-man company. I know it may sound crazy, but it's true. Alright. Good. 2 companies. The Saints' Pride. Moderate. We can attack with 2 companies. 150 Marines. Nice to see some firepower among last. Good. Chain axes. Alright. The good thing is, I can dish out the Apothecaries and Tech Marines to these guys. Also, we should promote you to First Company Apothecary. While we can. Oh yes. Take a brief interlude just to explain the Stormlight's attitude towards their Primaris brothers. So, the Apothecarium and the Armory absolutely love them. Well, the remaining Tech Marines and Apothecaries from the old chapter. They think they are great. The Tech Marines love the new weapons, armor, and equipment they're bringing, as well as anti-grav engines and everything like that. The Apothecarium is amazed by their bio work and the gene work and the enhanced musculature and everything like that. The Reclusium and the Librarian hate their guts. The Reclusium hates their guts because it thinks it will spoil their thing about the Fallen. And the Librarian, for reasons no one can even figure out why, view them as abominations. So, the Librarians do what they do. The Chapter Master himself, though, is pragmatic. In terms of, he personally thinks it's an insult to their chapter's legacy and to all of the chapters that have been fighting the war for, 10,000, 8,000 years. However, he sees it as an opportunity to be rid of the Fallen. So, the Storm Knights have always resented having to hunt for the Fallen, viewing it as their, as the Dark Angel's problem, and they resent the fact that all of their successor chapters and children were forced into it, guilt by association style. So, the Storm Knights are a bit pissy about that. Oh, nice. Good company can deal with that. So, they're a bit pissy about that. However, Chapter Master Hyperion, his idea is he will not induct any Primaris into the Inner Circle. Now, on paper, and according to the Dark Angels, he's doing this because he can't truly trust them, with the secret. But internally, he's hoping when the last of the regular Marines die out, then their chapter will be free from the hunt for the Fallen for the rest of their days, and can make their own path. So he's kinda, it's a bit odd, but he's kinda hoping that him and his brothers will die out, so finally the Storm Knights will be free of the Fallen once and for all. Alright. Two companies leading the attack. And they have escort ships now. So this should be good. And the Serenity's Wrath is on its way. Excellent. And again, as to individual members of the surviving Storm Knights, as to the Primaris brothers, it's up to personal preference. Some are happy to fight alongside them, viewing them as honourable warriors. Others silently view them as abominations, as an affront to the Emperor's work. And a handful of them do their best to ignore them and just, carry on out the way. The destruction of the Homeworld kind of left a few members of the Storm Knights pretty morbid, even by standards of the Dark Angel's successors, if you can believe it. Oh! We've got scouts. 8th Company and some of the lower companies are fairly undermanned with 40-50 Marines. I think we can, and we've got the gene seed certainly to, thanks you Belisarius call, to buff these guys out. So what ships are they on? And what ships have we got here? We've got the Saints' Pride and the Scourge of Barracuda. That's like 4th and 5th Company, isn't it? Well, they won't actually have the... they won't have the veterancy to be able to promote themselves to those two companies. They can only use them for... Saints' Pride. Oh no, it isn't in it. Underworld Giant! Okay, so... Where's the Saints' Pride? Macheria. So who's in the Saints' Pride? Third Company. Well, at least we can assign that Tech Marine over. Well, Third Company are full strength. They don't really need the reinforcements. Neither do... Susan the Scourge of Barracuda. Yeah, 3rd and 4th Company don't need the reinforcements. It's like 8th Company that need all the reinforcements. Is that an extreme world? It's a heavy presence world. Alright, we'll head that company up that way. Well, those are 4 escorts. I guess we can make the escorts unite at Slavag. Except I need fleet numbers to deal with the bloody orcs over there. Hopefully we can... If we get the numbers, then we can bombard. But the stranger... Yeah, it's only a... See, it would be nice if underneath it had what ship it was. Just so I could quickly just click onto it. Just a thought for the upgraded version. Have First Company. Serenity's Wrath. Although, I guess that'd be kind of hard because if you've got companies spread out over multiple escort ships and stuff. But even something like that, just where the company command squad is, would be beneficial in figuring out where to blast it is most of my warriors. I've forgotten even what ship I was looking for. Oh, brain. Stranger. I think that's 9th Company. 7th Company? Yes, so it's 7th Company. How many Marines have they got? So they're not too bad. They haven't got any of their special weapons or equipment yet, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Oh yes, I need the Serenity's Wrath to reunite, and I need these guys to keep attacking. I know you've used both your assault actions. Now you can launch another raid. See, yeah, they have no Tech Marines. It's kind of annoying, really. Launch another raid. Good. See, the chain axes are actually good investment. Especially early game, because they don't cost too much. $4 each. I mean, you do start off with like 500 or a million chainswords, so I guess you can stick with them, but for only $4 you get 20 more damage. It's just sort of a good thing to use, really. I like to think the Storm Knights, well, as with all Dark Angel successors, are pragmatists. So they're not going to deny themselves a weapon just because it looks scary and some traitors use it. That doesn't mean they use chaos artifacts, you know what I mean. The Flesh Tearers and the Kakarodons use those sort of weapons as well. Yeah. Alright, send them that way. Good. Alright, the Serenity's Wrath has been reunited with them. Now, Tech Marine. Unload. Reload. Aboard the Saint's Pride. Good. Alright. Got Tech Marines aboard the Serenity's Wrath. Good, good, good. Oh yes, 10th Company. I will save those scouts to be recruited. May as well transfer another to 10th. I shall hold them off until later. Now, moderate. Let's see how much. Nice. Let's see how much 300 Marines can do. 350 brothers, plus the full Librarian Corps. Ooh. That reminds me, good lads. We need to get... Nice. Sorry. I need to... How many have we got? 4. We need to give them psychic hoods to minimize their psychic, any perils of the warp. Force weapons. 4. Alright, re-equip. No, not bolters. We want to give them force weapons. Good. Oh, some of these guys don't even have force weapons themselves. We'll give the new bloods force weapons. They need them. Power sword. There, at least he has something. A power sword and a chainsword. Okay, dual melee weapons doesn't actually work. It doesn't give you any effects. So we shall replace that with a bolt pistol. There. Alright. Must admit, I love the colour scheme. Originally, when I first created the Storm Knights, it was a light grey with the yellow shoulder pads and the red trimming. But I actually prefer this darker grey with the yellow and the red trim. I think that's good. Alright. Interrogator Chaplain. Good, 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 good. Oh, yes! And here I was remembering that thinking I couldn't get couldn't use those Terminator suits yet, because you need to have basically 90 XP. If you have 90 XP, you can be transferred or promoted to be a Terminator. So I was honestly thinking I was have to grind out the companies to get to use them. But because I start with Honor Guard, I can equip my Marines with Terminator armor off the bat. Well, I can equip the Honor Guard with Terminator armor. So... Yes, I'm spending a lot of money, but the Storm Knights kind of need it. They need all the advantages they can get. Storm Bolters. Good, good, good. Alright, we have 2 assault cannons to use. A for assault cannon. Alright, now. also have 2 lightning claws and a chain fist. Oh, I have a lightning claw and a chain fist to dish out as well. This also means we can give the power swords to some officers and things around the place. Although officers start with power fists off the bat, which is a pretty good weapon too. L for lightning claw. Re-equip. Power sword. C for chain fist. I love that it even has the little, like the actual model for it. So look, you can see the assault cannon, you can see the lightning claw. See, look at that, 230 damn melee splash armor piercing. It's just so good. What's his damage doing? 1012 damage melee splash with 69 damage bolters. Yes, I was smugly laughing to myself in my head when I said 69. Yes, I'm immature. Nice. Alright, got some good Terminator action going. Alright, now let's see where the rest of the chapter is. Head them that way. Good. They can go to Slovig. Storm Knights. Oh, they're down to heavy. Okay. Because they diverted forces away to recolonize that one. Now, I think with 350 Marines, we can actually take a heavy Orc world. Yeah, I was going to say, there's going to be a lot of them, and we might suffer a handful of casualties. Good. Alright, the Librarian Corps kicked in there and gave me a hand. Yeah, see these 2 assault cannons. That's the Terminators. Alright. Ooh, that's actually a fort. I've just realized something. Can I can promote an apothecary to go to the HQ. Okay, that's good. Because I was just thinking, it would be nice to... No, that always had 2. Okay. A warp rift opened, and he got sucked in. Yikes. Okay. Note to self, don't promote anyone to honor guard. I just lost an apothecary to the ether. Recruitment. Let's put the apothecary training up to moderate. Oh, that's... Oh, dearie, 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 dear. Whew. Yeah, where's the Orc War coming from? Yep, I had a feeling it would come from there. I just don't have the numbers to deal with it. Also, what are the Imperial Navy doing camped over our old homeworld? It's dead. Leave it be. We've suffered enough dishonor without the Imperial Navy turning it into a guardsman planet. Ooh, that planet needs our help too at some point. What is that? Maybe we'll go help Tychor. I know the Tyranids are not as big a threat as the Orcs in this game, although I'd say they are more of a threat in the actual Imperium. But, ow. Yeah, I've lost an apothecary. He's vanished into the ether. It's mental. It is utterly mental. I have 2 assault actions. I don't even need to land first company to give them Gambit, Rambit. Who put that name in there? Wow, completely gone. Still. Terminators will do their job. So yeah, Powerfist is 300 damn melee splash. And while it would be more damaging to outfit these guys all with either, you know, chain fists or lightning claws and stuff, I just like power swords. They're more thematic for the Storm Knights and they're just neater. Although a lightning claw is still pretty awesome. 230 damn melee splash armor piercing. That's 300 damn melee armor piercing. Power Fist is 300 damn melee splash. But the splash damage. But the Chain Fist. The Chain Fist sacrifices splash damage in terms of having armor piercing damage. Fascinating. I need. Do I have any escorts with me? Scout Heavens. I am creating a... Ooh. Need some bionics for those lot. Or I can promote them, that will heal them too. I should buy some bionics is what I'm thinking about it. They're only $5. So they can only go 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th companies. Fascinating. So 7th is the Stranger. 8th is Baleful Artifact. 9th is Underworld Giant. And 10th is where they are. So we'll just give these guys one set of bionics each to help them out. But I was actually going to send 4 scouts over to Scout Heavens, and they can go off and go searching for... Oh, I have to wait till next turn. So Scout Heavens can start searching for STCs and pick up artifacts. The rest of the chapter is not going to miss 4 scouts, 1 of Librarian and some Tech Marines. And these guys can finally get off their butt and kill these orcs. Good, the orcs will be dead. Nice. Alright. Sector cleared. Or planet cleared. Off we go. Off to... How many we got? Alright, we're going to have escorts there, and we're going to have the Baleful and go over that way. Pandarax? What the... Oh, a Death World. No, that's actually completely fitting. I kind of thought the Dark Angels and Grey Knights were responsible for that one these days. Oh, sparse. The Defense Force actually we've been fighting them off. I'm kind of embarrassed now because I should have attacked the moment they got down from moderate. Oh well. The Stranger. That's 7th Company, isn't it? Yes, it is. Just you free. Request order of the artifact. Awesome. Brand new Lightning Claw. We'll send you over to the Tycor. And you guys can hold your position. What's on Necron Tomb? Okay. It's not forcibly recovered. We requested a meeting with the governor and said, hey, we found this artifact, can we have it? And he said yes. Does it matter we had bolt shell or bolt guns pressed to his head? No, you're missing out the salient details. Moderate with 35 Marines is just not as tenable as I'd like. Alright, rest of the chapter can have to go bail their asses out. Now, again, if it was a 100-man company of Marines, dealing with heavy Tyranids would be nothing. But all my bloody companies are significantly under strength. The Eternal Hornet, where are you? It's not under 6th? Okay, 6th company. And you don't have any of your updated equipment either. Weird question, armamentarium. What am I actually got packing I can play with? I have 5 power swords. 130 damage melee splash. Hang on. 120 damage melee splash. 130 damage melee splash for $10. That should be the other way round. Why would you not just get power axes? The game really loves its axes. That's mental. 184 damn, yeah, that's ammo 20, that's good. Weird. Confused. Doesn't make too much sense. Okay, anyway. Again, I thought Barbarous was exterminatus by the Dark Angels as well, but oh well. See, it's the understrength companies. If I just didn't have... If it was a full 100-man company, then I could deal with heavy Tyranid forces. But it's just 50 Marines on hand. I don't want to lose an entire company just because of bollocks. How long has that been there? Probably way too long. Problem of having to micromanage every tiny little company. Oh yeah, you've got only 35 Marines as well. Not even going to talk to the orcs. Not even going to dignify them with an answer. Oh yes, you are SDC relic hunting, are you not? So where is your first port of call, my warriors of the forge? Over that way. So off you go. Now, the chapter itself, what's on Boneyard? Rampant Necron presence. Okay, this is the type of thing that the game would be angry at me about, well, glitch over. So let's just save, because it normally warns you that there's a rampant Necron presence. Yeah, it tells you. So, why is there no... Alright, we're not going to save this, but we're going to buy ourselves a plasma bomb and equip it to the chapter master. Plasma bombs are how you seal up Necron Homeworlds, by the way. You give a warrior or a plasma bomb, and they will be able to destroy a Homeworld. Now, let's raid. If we win the battle, then the Storm Knights should be able to... I predicted that. As I said, it seemed like a glitch. The game didn't, like, register that they were existing. Yeah. Good thing I saved that. Anyway, that's a inherent time warp. I will ask Orkin the Divider for his time machine, and we will go back and fix that another time.